Hello, guys. So today we're starting short podcast about compliance for crypto banks. Let me present myself. My name is Helen Petrashuk. I'm one of the managing partners at Fire Group. We are IT company providing solutions for blockchain and fintech companies, including also banks. After M&A in 2020, we are currently one of the leading provider also in MENA region, especially for corporate banks such as Fab Bank, for instance. I want to present today Ivan Gerasenko, who is CEO at a legal company and our strategic partner at this region, since we are working closely with fintech companies, we are working closely with crypto banks existing in this market. And we want to discuss today the very popular questions that come in from our customers. Since we're just tech provider, we are not covering legal part, of launching crypto banks, but we are closely working with Ivan's company, since he is covering legal part, especially very important part is license of this business. It's inevitable part, and we should work closely on this direction. So, Ivan, could you just briefly present yourself, your business? As mentioned, you're covering not all countries where you're specializing in, and then we will switch to the most frequently asked questions.
Thank you for introduction. So my name is Ivan Gerasimenko. I'm the owner and CEO of company INSE. It's a company which do the legal services in Dubai and in UAE in general. And also I'm the owner of company Investment Service Ukraine, which works in the field of legal services in Ukraine. So now I live and work in Dubai in UAE. And what we do is international corporate structuring, tax planning, and legal services for blockchain and crypto projects. And in terms of neobanks, we understand how this works and what requirements are for neobanks in UAE.
Okay, great. Thank you. So today we're talking about crypto banks. It's very hot topic right now in the market, because a lot of emerging banks and a lot of traditional corporate banks that already got crypto license or already in process of application. Like Bank of America, probably you have heard about Deutsche Bank, BBVA Bank, a lot of European banks already got crypto license. What does it mean? That they will conduct also crypto processing for their customers. And it's not like probably a surprise that such bank like Revolut is getting money more than crypto bank, instead of traditional bank for providing like traditional deposit and savings services. Currently, we have on our website, you could also download reports about general traditional neobanks and about crypto banks. So currently, we analyze over 500 traditional banks, and currently existing over 11 companies providing crypto bank solutions on the market. They're different. Some companies based on license operation, pretty different. You could download and to take a look on it. So our company providing white label solution that you can take as one flash box, I could say, a solution with all API rights, with full source code that we provide from our end to your company. This solution was developed based on our solution that we are also using for corporate banks. So it's already adopted by big banks. It's secure. And we also provide such services as customization if needed for the customers. Thus, a lot of questions coming from our clients. What kind of license do we need? How we could kick off MVP of the product, how we can test the market, because already existing competitors. And we want to talk today about United Arab Emirates. Why? Because we do have a lot of customers there. So currently working with corporate banks and a lot of requests from local companies to launch a special crypto bank because huge demand for crypto processing transactions coming from this region. The most frequently asked question is, Ivan, why should I have license when I just want to kick off MVP? Because I just want to test the market. Could I just like to have license from, let's say, local payment gateway provider and avoid, yeah, at least having a crypto license, or it's illegal?
Well, before jumping in the licensing activities, we should define what crypto bank or neobank is. So if neobank wants to work with crypto as well as with fiat with traditional money, yeah, then we're talking about possible two licenses. And I will briefly describe what kind of licenses these. So first of all, if company is incorporated as IT platform, so it's in some kind, it's an intermediary between traditional bank and the customer. In this case, this IT company, IT platform can sign a white label agreement with the bank, meaning that this IT company will use bank's license. So there is no need in this case to get the traditional bank's license. But this activity has some limitations. For example, if you are an IT company, you cannot put the word bank when you are marketing yourself. So we move on to the second option. For example, if you're not an IT company, then you should be a bank institution. Then you need to get the bank license, which will cover some kind of activities. It doesn't matter, like deposits, credits, exchange operations, and so on. As you might understand, this second option is more complicated and you need more time to get this license. It is like more expensive and so on and so on. So it's the part of traditional finances. If we talk about crypto part and crypto operations, generally in UAE, there is a rule at the moment that if you work with crypto in any way, you need to get a crypto license. It's the general rule. If we talk about Dubai, we can talk about few zones. One of them is mainland. It's like the part of Dubai where the majority of companies are incorporated. And there is a specific regulator for these kind of companies in terms of crypto. It is called VARA, Virtual Asset Regulatory Authority. So this is like a state body which regulates all this crypto market. You can also incorporate a company in one of popular free zones. It is called DIFC, Dubai International Financial Center. This free zone is popular because it uses common law, is internationally recognized law. And there is a specific regulator for this free zone. You can also incorporate a company in Abu Dhabi. Abu Dhabi Global Market, it's a free zone which also uses common law to regulate all the relations within this free zone. And there is a specific regulator for this free zone. So basically, if you work with crypto, you need to get a license. It doesn't matter which regulator you will use, which free zone you will use, you need to get a license. Even if you use subcontractors to provide any kind of services, let's say custody services or exchange services, you as a company or even as an IT platform, you do work with crypto. And local regulators, all local regulators have the rule, if you work with crypto, you need to get a license. So that's like the basic general rules of traditional licenses and of crypto licenses in UAE.
So even like I'm just launching MVP, in any case, I should consider that I should already, yeah, got the crypto license instead of
Yes,
being just
yes.
in application process.
unfortunately, you cannot do any kind of services in this field if you are not a licensed organization. Um, so again, if you're talking about crypto part or fiat part, but with fiat part, you can, I will just repeat once again, you can sign this white label agreement with one of bank institutions. And then you can just use this agreement in order to provide any kind of, let's say, banking services. Yeah. If you're an IT platform. Uh, when we're talking about crypto, you need to get the crypto license from the very beginning. You cannot do the MVP and then like start all these licensing procedures. Why? Because all regulators, they just say that if you do uh, the activity without permission, uh, you will be fined with like quite a big amount of fine.
Yeah.
Or the worst case scenario, you can even be jailed, but it's like worst case scenario. I believe like the most popular is like a fine in terms of like money.
Yeah, absolutely. And I can prove your words because we do have, as mentioned, yeah, as holding company, we're providing both crypto bank and traditional wallet solution for fintech companies or even traditional banks. And you're absolutely right that if you want to launch a digital bank, it's sometimes easier. Why? Because you're just signing like agreement with a payment provider or with local bank who is already licensed, and he has PCI DSS compliance. So it means that you could faster, yeah, launch your product to the market. And you know that especially in Europe, it's all very popular, like open banking API that you could get from the bank provider. And in such a way, you are going to be licensed without paying. Sometimes it's like 300K license. Commonly, we could say, yeah, cost in Europe is, we could talk about Estonia or Lithuania. Yeah, but for crypto, it's a little bit costly because now we are becoming a crypto processing provider, and you need to be aligned with local legislation. Yeah, I want to just also to ask you about type of license existing in this market, because it's also important. What kind of license do we need to consider? Yeah, because sometimes for startups it's very costly to get, you know, full-fledged license. Is there any kind of options for startups to cover like their cost from the very beginning, or like rules are the same for all companies?
Again, if we're talking about crypto part, I will just explain maybe some fees which are used on the mainland, not in free zones, in different free zones. So on mainland, if you, for example, do the activity with crypto custody, the registration fee is around 30,000 US dollars, and annual fee is around 60,000 US dollars. It's official government payment. If you do the exchange activities with crypto, the fees are the same as I told before. If you do like money transfers, so the registration fee is not big enough, it's like around 10,000 US dollars, and annual fee is around like 25,000 US dollars. But it's only the annual fees and government fees. In order to get this license, you need to go through, I would say, like quite complicated process. It can last starting from, let's say, 4 months and up to maybe 12 months. Why? Because local regulator, crypto regulator, virtual asset regulator, divided licenses into a few types. So when you apply for the license, you can get the first permission to do the crypto activities, but this permission doesn't give you a chance to work with individuals, with local customers. Then you will get the operational license, and then you will get the full market product license. So different levels of licensing. Why? Because regulator wants to see, for example, if you get the first type of license, if you are working well, let's say, yeah. But the full market product license is the only license which gives you a permission to work with individuals. Doesn't matter you work with individuals inside UAE or outside UAE. And as far as we know, like all neobanks, they are orientated to work with individuals, not with legal entities. So that's why you need to get the full market product license. And it can be it can take some time. So it all depends on how well client is prepared. I mean, for example, if client already worked on some financial markets outside and it has all the necessary stuff, all experience, and so on and so on and so on, and client is ready to prepare all the documents quite fast, then you will move quite fast. If you are a new player on this market and you do not have any expertise, any experience from outside, it can be quite a long process for the client.
So we could say like half of the year at least you should like spend here.
Yeah.
And very important part is that it should be in parallel. I think, let's say if we talk about launching like MVP of the product, box solution could be launched pretty fast, like in a month. It's not an issue. But if there needed some changing of UI customization part, so it could take time and discovery phase also with BA and business analyst, I mean, and solution architect. Sometimes it could take 3-4 months because they're analyzing the future backlog of the product. Will you providing, let's say, staking functionality and a lot of stuff that you could add on top of it. So better to do it, I think, in parallel. So legal parts definitely should start together with at least starting validation of idea and discovering your future backlog of the product. And I would suggest also to take a look on our report because we are, while we were analyzing the crypto banks, we also added like feature set, I could say, yeah, that's already existing in different like crypto banks, and it'll give you a hint what kind of services you could add to your crypto bank, such kind of like I don't know, Kraken, Nexo Bank, and etc. So probably you have heard about such kind of crypto banks. So also I would suggest to take a look because it's very deep analyzing of feature sets they do provide, what kind of services like they're not providing at this moment. So we'll give you a good idea. Because CryptoBank is not only about processing, a lot of type of services that you could add on top of it, as mentioned. Also, staking service is very popular. Okay, so we already understand the timelines and budget for getting license, and that it will be great if you could start legal preparation together with like tech, part. But what about some kind of challenges or difficulties that we could face, like I mean, like customer could face with? Is there any like difficulties? Probably, if there are any like some kind of challenges your customers already faced with, or like based on your experience?
The main challenge is connected with the previous expertise and experience of the client. Again, if you have the financial expertise, for example, working in the bank industry, let's say somewhere in Europe, and you're entering the UAE market, then let's say you can be well prepared. If you just want to use all the advantages of the decision which you develop, yeah, but you have not worked on this market ever, then you will probably face some challenges. These challenges may be in terms of the legal personnel. I mean, like all the stuff which you need to have. For example, all the C-level staff should be with expertise in this field. You need to have all these compliance officers, anti-money laundering officers, all the, let's say, risk policies, and so on and so on and so on. So when you apply for a crypto license, you need to prepare a very big pack of documents. And these documents, they are not drafted for any client like in the similar option. So they need to be prepared for the any specific client in a specific way. So that's the main challenge. So I would definitely recommend all the customers who want to enter the UAE market to be prepared to go. Not say it can be a long way. Yeah, it's not like a way that you will pass within 1 month because it's you're entering the market of financial services, but in the crypto world. It's the same as you, for example, want to do the banking services. We both understand that in any country of the world, if you want to do the traditional banking services, you need to go a long way. I mean, um, uh, you need to meet like a long list of criteria, which let's say national bank of any country will give to you. The same is here. So crypto is a very convenient way of payment nowadays, yeah. But from
Yeah.
day to day, in many countries of the world, we see how the legislation, let's say, become more and more clear, and this part of payments, it becomes more and more regulated. And in UAE, which is, let's say, called crypto friendly because a lot of blockchain and crypto projects are incorporated over here. All the regulators which I mentioned, VARA and regulators of like two free zones which do with financial and banking services, they don't want to incorporate any kind of companies which can become a scam in a very short future, you see. So that's the
Definitely.
main idea. That's why they put I would say quite strong criteria for all the customers who want to enter this market in terms of traditional finance or in terms of crypto finance.
Yeah, definitely. And also very typical question. For instance, for crypto bank, could I, as like founder or startup, get just some partnership agreement with companies that already has crypto license and partner in such way, and it could cover, let's say, my activity in the same way like with payment provider, or it's illegal as well? Because we are very often, yeah, having like this questions, yeah, that I could partner with local provider who is already licensed in the market, and in such way I don't need, so they will cover my activities, let's say.
Fortunately, all the regulators of virtual assets, they say that, for example, if your IT platform, which let's say we call neobank, yeah, if it interacts with crypto in any way, like say custody, exchange, and so on, so on, if even if you have a subcontractor which is licensed, you as a company need to get the license as well because you work with crypto and you're responsible for all the interactions with the customers, not your subcontractor, but you as a company. So in terms of crypto, the approach in crypto part uh, it differs a bit from traditional finance. So in traditional finance, you can sign the white label agreement with traditional bank, and be the intermediary between the bank and the customer. In crypto world, let's say, yeah, in crypto regulation, you need to get the license even if you have the license subcontractor.
Mhm. Okay, got you. So now we understand timelines and preliminary budget, yeah, for getting license. And let's like talk briefly about traditional like digital banks. Is the process the same? It's also like around like from 4 to 6 months average, let's say, let's take. And process probably could be not so complicated. You just could partner with local bank or with local provider. And what kind of license exists? And also, like just because our customers will understand the difference between AMI license and PSP license.
Helen, the process of signing the white label agreement, it can sound like very common uh, or very plain, but in fact, you need to convince the bank institution that this bank needs to work with you. And it all depends on the customer. There are no some timelines, like, for example, with crypto part. So, for example, if you know some bank institution and this bank institution wants to work with you as a customer because you have a very good product, you have like wide network of customers and so on and so on and so on, you will definitely do it in a very short time. Let's say maybe up to two months, yeah. But if these banks don't know you, don't know your product, and you cannot give them some advantages which they can use within their bank, this can last for a very long period of time. So signing of this agreement, it all depends on all the profit which you can give to the bank. If you can give this profit to the bank, you will do it very smoothly and fast. If not, then this process can last like quite a long time. And talking about payment service provider licenses. So in Dubai or in UAE in general, financial institutions can also obtain the PSP license. But since 2023, the local national bank of the UAE said that if you as a PSP want to, not as a PSP, if you as a neobank want to sign the white label agreement with PSP, you can work only on the local market in UAE and only in local currency, in dirham. So that's some kind of a limitation which was imposed since 2023. That's why signing the white label agreement with PSP cannot be so efficient for the client, like let's say, like we can imagine. So it's much better to sign all these white label agreements with traditional banks, but not with PSP.
Yeah, so it means that to operate with foreign currencies, so you need to have not only PSP license. Okay, so I think it's the most frequently asked questions from our customers who would like to operate in the United Emirates. And I think we covered at least the most important parts. It's like timelines, differentiation of license, and so we covered also the preliminary budget and when you should start thinking about, like crypto license. Should be it like after MVP launch or before? So we answered that it could be a time-consuming process and better to do it in advance, or probably in parallel with your tech delivery. So thank you, Ivan. I think in case you'd like to talk with Ivan or ask some questions, so we'll be glad to connect. If you would like to take a look on our report, so you'll have also link under this video, we will add to the description. You'll be able to take a look, especially on customer set, on feature set, also to take a look on market research, to take a look what kind of already existing crypto banks. And we will be able also to provide a demo for our digital traditional bank and for our crypto bank. By the way, it also works in different ways. So it would work in such a way that you could use, for instance, our custodial solution, or you could use also a custodial solution provided by Fireblocks. It's very already adopted, very famous company providing like a secure also custodial solution. So different options. In case you're interested, take or book demo. We will provide it in real time with our product team. And happy to see you next time. I think we will be also covering a pretty interesting question in our next podcast. So keep posted. So we will keep you definitely posted on our next podcast. Thank you, and have a good productive day. See you. Thank you, Ivan.
Thank you. Bye.